Good evening and welcome to North Putnam High School for the second game of our girls-boys doubleheader between the Cascade Cadets and the North Putnam Cougars. Alongside Brady Laurie, my name is Rick Johnston. Tonight's game presented by Endeavor Communications. Internet speeds up to a gig. Learn more at weendeavor.com. And Nathan Begley of Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Let's insurance together. And Brady, we have a fun one tonight. Both teams playing their fourth game of the year. Monon Conference matchup, Cascade 2-1. North Putnam 1-2. The big story, obviously, Cascade's coming off of that 3A football state championship a couple of weeks ago. 14 players from that football team on the varsity and JV rosters for Cascade. Still trying to get their basketball legs underneath them.
Yeah, but it goes without saying. I mean, they are strong, they're athletic, and they're tough. You can tell that football activity translates to the basketball activity because they are a good, strong, confident team.
The only one noteworthy note for Cascade, Ryder Williams, their leading scorer, 23 points a game, out tonight. Played through an injury Wednesday in the win at Speedway, but he is out tonight. So for Cascade, they got to find some scoring help with 23 points not playing them.
Yeah, and they'll be fine. I mean, this is a team that's well balanced. It's not uncommon for them to have 2 or 3, maybe 4 guys in double figures. So they'll find it.
On the other side for North Putnam, they're 1-2 on the year. They fell at Western Boone in their conference opener on Tuesday, 60-55. They won the opener, but Vince Brooks' bunch has lost their last 2 in a row. Tonight, he said it's been a dogfight between these two teams, no matter if a team's up or team's down, and North Putnam trying to get back to 500 here on the home floor. Yeah,
this is going to be really interesting because unlike Cascade that's real well balanced offensively, you've got one main scorer in Jace Monette, and Cascade knows how to defend a good score. They had Metallic from Speedway just earlier this week, and they did a real nice job at trapping him, forcing him into turnovers, and held him down and won the game.
Starting lineup tonight for Cascade, Mason Warren, who averages 14 points a game, shifts up to the 2-guard spot. Brady Trebley, the all-state quarterback for the Cascade State Champs. He starts at another guard position, 6 points and 4 assists. Davis Hart in the front court, 6 points per ball game. TJ Turner Jr., one of the stars from the football team, all-state pick at outside linebacker, has not scored a point yet this season, but makes his first start of the year. And Toby Savini, the all-state running back pick for the football team, he starts at the other guard spot. For North Montgomery, it's Griffin Starr, Chase Barber, Owen Query, Jace Monette, and Sam Wentz. Savini trying to get a quick slashing bucket to start, but it was stolen here by North Putt. And a quick change to the starting lineup. They actually are starting Owen Thurman in the starting lineup tonight here instead of Griffin Starr, it looks like, here for North Putt. So Starr coming off the bench.
They don't disappoint. We got some of that football action right there. Nice job by TJ to dive on that ball. They're very active, very quick, very strong. This is going to be a tough offensive night for North Putnam.
Cascade head coach David Carpenter described TJ Turner as a kid and a half wide. That's how big 32 and white is. So Thurman the start tonight here in place of Griffin Starr. So a slight change here to the Cougar lineup. Double team between Hart and Turner Jr.
Expect to see a lot of that when they get, especially on the guard play, out off of the three-point line. They love to trap and love to sneak up and get steals and force turnovers.
Barber throws it away. Here comes Turner to Savini with the left hand.
Nice finish.
Savini 18 points and 7 rebounds in the lone game that's been entered on Max Preps here for Cascade this year. Comes in, tries to clamp up Monette. Out for an open look at 3. Front rim no from Wentz. Offensive rebound keeps it here with North Putt, pivoting on the baseline. Query. Thurman being defended by Savini in the Cascade man-to-man. They wanted the backdoor feed to Went, couldn't get it to him. Instead, they'll settle for a Thurman 3, and he buried it.
Yeah, he's a real nice shooter out there, especially one of the things I wrote down about him is if he's got his feet underneath him and he's on balance, he is deadly from out there.
Hasn't taken a lot of threes this year, but Thurman now 2 of 3 from distance, and the Cougars with a 1-point advantage. Savini running the point tonight here for Cascade. Their coach David Carpenter told us not really defined by positions, but expect to see Savini kind of running the set plays a little bit more than he normally would. He slashes here off of contact. He takes a hard spill, but he'll get 2 free throws for his hard work.
Good strong take there. I mean, you can tell these guys with their football builds, you know, they get to the rim, even if they get contact, they can absorb the contact and still get the shot off.
Savini, the two-way starter for the state champs on the gridiron for Cascade in their first state championship appearance a couple of weeks ago. Starting inside linebacker, and then, as you mentioned, all-state honors for Class 3 at the running back spot. Able to split the pair, and Savini ties our game at 3, almost 2 minutes in. North Putnam in the Road Orange on their home floor tonight. Cascade playing their third game of the week. Warren bluffed a corner 3, angles in, and he got fouled on the arm, and the 6'4 senior, long, lanky, and active offensively.
Yeah, he's just got a perfect basketball body, honestly. We were talking about Cascade. This is a dream week for a high school basketball player. You play on a Monday, have an easy practice on Tuesday, play another game on Wednesday, easy practice on Thursday, and then another game on Friday. You can't beat that.
Warren has not missed a free throw in his limited work this season. It can really kind of be a microwave score. Had 13 points in the second quarter against Mooresville on Monday, had 12 in the fourth quarter against the Spark Plugs of Speedway Wednesday.
And Cascade's made up of guys like that that'll have big quarters. It might be Brady Trebley, it might be Warren. You just never know. And they're just talented scorers.
Savini hounding the ball handle, and there's Monett, 29 a game for North Putnam, and they're going to need a lot of that tonight here from the 5'9 senior. There's Trebley, the starting quarterback for the Cascade State Champs. Good looking look at 3 from Hart, but doesn't drop for the sophomore. Monett into the double team, Warren pestering him. Barber outside the arc, and then dribbling off of his foot on the good help double team provided by Warren.
Monett's a big-time scorer, but he is also patient. He gets his points out of the offense and doesn't really force a whole lot. When he does put it on the floor, he's prone to pull reverse. He'll spin, but sometimes spins himself into trouble.
Zach McConnell off the bench here for North Putnam. Warren, screen and roll. Trebley off balance, flipped it in nicely.
Wow, nice finish there.
Cascade back in front as Trebley, the third different score tonight for the Cadets. Thurman around a screen as North Putnam sets up things around the arc. Barber trying to find an edge, pitching outside to Query. Into the paint, back out for a corner look at 3 from Barber that hit off the upper part of the backboard. Warren with a hand in his face, doesn't care, left it short. Trebley with a nose for the ball, but he dribbled the rebound on the baseline. But for a guy that got hit a lot running that option offense for Cascade, Trebley's got a nose for the ball. We're going to go to those misses off the glass.
He sure does. He's quick to the ball for sure.
One of the top assist men on the year for the Cadets at 4 dimes per ball game. Barber in a double team. Warren tied him up. And a held ball possession error. We'll keep it here with North Putnam. Coach's son, Lincoln Carpenter, on for the first time here for the Cadets. We were greeted with the typical high schooler greeting when we had our conversation with head coach David Carpenter. He and Lincoln were doing some Christmas shopping before the game tonight. And he said, Lincoln, say hi. And all we got was a, hey. I was like, all right, I get it. Yeah. Like, I was glad that we got the hey.
Typical young fella.
Yeah. We did ask when Dad went through the player bio on Lincoln as a lifting move in there for Monett. We asked Lincoln, we said, was there anything else you want to add? Did Dad get it right? And he goes, yeah, that's pretty much it. Nothing else to add on my end. Turner Jr. attacks, finishing through contact, and free throws upcoming for TJ Turner Jr. All-state linebacker this year for the Cascade football team. They beat Fort Wayne Bishop Lures 29-14 for an undefeated 15-0 season. Thurman picks up his second foul. They beat number 2 Gibson Southern in the semi-state that was actually played on a Saturday. They were the only high school football game in the state that day and drew over 4,000 fans for their semi-state victory.
Wow, that's impressive. They're fun to watch. That doesn't surprise me, really.
Second one good for TJ Turner Jr., fourth different score on the night here early for Cascade as they lead by 1. Sam went back on the floor for the Cougars. Carpenter pestering Barber, a little 5-on-5 crime as Carpenter upset with a foul call against him.
Nice aggressive play up there at the top. Almost looks like, yeah, almost looked like Barber had a hold of Carpenter's shirt.
Query defended by Turner Jr. Trying to go baseline is Barber. Open look at 3. This is McConnell, and he buried it. First mate.
Oh, go ahead. I was just going to say, I love that cross-court pass. That little skip pass to get guys open on the opposite side diagonally.
Savini draws the foul on the floor. That's McConnell's first made 3 of the year, and it looked pretty good going up and through.
Looked like he knows what he's doing. Hopefully get a few more of those off tonight.
Fourth one on North Putt. It's number 1 on Monett. Let's get a look at that 3-point shot again from McConnell. Trebley at the top of the key. Warren back to the screener. Trebley up and over contact. Too strong off glass. North Putnam with a 2-point advantage as we hit the final 3 minutes of the opening stanza. Carpenter all over Barber, and that'll be the second one on Lincoln Carpenter.
Yeah, you hate to see that. You don't want to get that second one, especially in the first quarter, but that's how they want to play. They want to play that aggressive, attacking kind of defense. Can be costly at times, though.
Time out on the floor here for North Putnam. 2:54 left to go in the first. They also have the lead and the ball. It'll be a 30-second timeout for the Cougars. This game is proudly sponsored by Endeavor Communications. Endeavor Communications doesn't just provide ordinary old internet service. Their blazing fast, high-speed, fiber-based service is a game changer. Don't settle for less. Switch to Endeavor for the winning play and connectivity. Visit WeEndeavor.com or call 1-800-922-6677. Endeavor Internet, your fiber connection, your victory. So we mentioned the injury to Ryder Williams, top scorer at 23 a night for Cascade. They're also without their reliable senior off the bench, Paul Shackelford, who got hurt against Speedway earlier this week. And when we talked to David Carpenter, he said he was the difference in that 7-point victory against the Sparkplugs. So 2 big losses tonight for Cascade.
He really was, and it was right at the end of the game, too, and you just hate to see that. You hate to see anybody get hurt, but he played a great game, and he just rolled that right ankle toward the tail end of that game.
Speaking of ankle injuries, Brady Trebley, 22 and white, sprained his ankle last week. Looks to be moving pretty well out there as he elevates in the air trying to deflect that pass.
On cue.
Cascade sliding around in the zone defense, but a 3 from straightaway is right down the hatch for Jace Monett.
Yeah, get used to it. If he's got any daylight at all, he's going to knock it down.
3s from McConnell and Monett have got North Putnam ahead by 5.
I like this Putnam defense. They switch almost everything. These guys are pretty well interchangeable.
Turner Jr. attacks. Here's Trebley from the corner. Spin move from the mid-range, left or short, but a good move there from Trebley. But now he's laboring a little bit, as we mentioned, rolled that ankle last week. Monett trying to continue this 6-0 run here for North Putt as they have a 5-point lead. Query right down Main Street, drew 3. Barber bluffs a 3, got a man in the air, banging his way through, and that's a charge against Sam Went as Turner Jr. was there standing his ground.
That's a Cascade thing. They took 6 charges in that Speedway game earlier this week. They love to stand in there and take that contact. That's that football mentality. They're not afraid.
Coach Carpenter said he felt like they should have gotten 2 more out of the 11 total that they stood for throughout that game. And even though they got 6, he's like, I thought we should have gotten 8 out of it. Trebley on the handoff to Savini. Running the point guard spot tonight with no Ryder Williams, who's out with injury. Less than 90 to play in the first. Trebley attacks. Nice head fake in the air, but he traveled right as he got to the block.
I'd like to see that again. I'm not sure he traveled. It was sure an unusual looking step, but it almost looked like his right foot just slid out from underneath him a little bit, but that doesn't mean he didn't have that left foot as a pivot foot.
You ask and you shall receive.
See, that left foot never moves. So
Yep.
That's a tough call.
Cascade needing a stop here. They have not scored in some time.
Oh, we got a good production crew, don't we?
You ask and you shall
That
receive.
is amazing. These guys are pros.
Barber tried to go baseline. Alex Lovern, your man on the replays tonight. Monnet, step through move, trying to get 5 in a row, and he does with the left.
Boy, isn't he crafty down there. I mean, in addition to being an outstanding three-point shooter, he hits about half of his three-pointers. He's really good underneath the basket as well.
8 straight here for North Putt. Warren trying to end it, and he did through some contact.
Nice, strong move there. And Monnet gets these buckets. They list him at 5'9". I think he plays a lot bigger than that.
He's got it here, draws the eyes of 2. Barber, wide open query for a triple, does not drop, and Trebly up over everyone for the miss. Cascade can hold for the final shot, down 5. They'll take a quick one with Hart. Does not go as hit off the basket, up wire above overhead.
That seems to happen in this gym so frequently. All the games I've watched back, almost inevitably there was one of those types of turnovers where it bounces off the rim and hits that strap up there.
One of those unfortunate things with the baskets that fold up back into the ceiling. You got a couple extra wires and bands that hang from up above that make life a little bit pesky for those bounces that go straight into the air that you'd hope as a shooter would go straight back down.
Right.
3 left to play in the first. Crossover, McConnell, good if it goes, and it rolls off the rim. McConnell with a good look at his second 3 of the first. But a nice flurry to end things for North Putnam after trailing by 2 early. They lead by 5 at the break. So you're watching Indiana Boys High School basketball on the ISC Sports Network, presented in part tonight by Endeavor Communications.
Food, shelter, fast Wi-Fi. It's all we really need. Good thing Endeavor has the fast, reliable internet it takes to power all the Wi-Fi hungry gadgets in your home. All at once. With speeds up to 10 gig, get smooth HD streaming video, gaming, music, and surfing, all with no waiting, no buffering, no kidding. Call or click WeEndeavor.com and upgrade to Indiana's fastest internet today.
Tonight's game presented in part by Nathan Begley of Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, with a dedicated Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance agent like Nathan Begley to help guide you through the insurance process. You'll never have to go it alone. Talk to Nathan in person, online, or over the phone at 317-507-7871, or stop by his office at 9821 East US Highway 36 in Avon. Nathan Begley and Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Let's insurance together. An 8-0 spurt there. After tying the game at 7 there, Brady, for North. The first quarter, what did you like about that Cougar offense?
Well, I love how they get it as it comes to them. They don't force a lot. Monnet's gotten a couple nice buckets underneath, and that's good for a shooter to see the ball go in, hit the great one from the top of the key. They're playing really, really well together.
Starting 5 back on the floor here for Cascade and White as the Cadets have the ball to start quarter number 2. There's a back and forth opening quarter before that 8-0 flurry by North Putt. Trebly in the middle of the defense, turnaround, off balance, finishes strong.
Well, he is proof they have a weight room at the Cascade High School. These guys are so strong. That's just a great finish. And if you're Cascade at this point, I think Coach Carpenter would like this to be more of an up-tempo kind of game. They win these games when they're scoring 69, 70 points. This is a little low scoring for them.
He said in a perfect world, they would score between 70 and 80 points tonight, and getting just 10 in the first puts you way behind the 8 ball as Monnet slashes in, and he's our first double-figure man at 11.
And he does it so quietly.
Turner Jr. had his steam, pass deflected, intercepted by a pirouetting Query. Not what Cascade wanted to see there on possession 2 of the second. Monnet trying to take Turner Jr. off the bounce.
Well, he's about the 3rd different defender they've put on Monnet tonight.
Warren came in for the double team, bluffing and driving Query, pivoting, tried to go up, and it went right through the chest of Davis Hart.
He says, we have a weight room here too.
7-point lead here for North Putt, their biggest of the early going so far tonight. Savini, an open look at three, cash.
Yeah, it's a pretty jump shot. He's a good all-around scorer.
Shot really well from three for the first 3 games of the year, averaging a little over 18 points per ball game, and Cascade's going to need him with no Ryder Williams tonight, their leading scorer, over 20 a night. Nice quick passing. Query got a man in the air and drew the foul on either Warren or Trebley underneath.
Looks like Trebley.
That's his first. This game is proudly sponsored by Endeavor Communications. Endeavor Communications doesn't just provide ordinary old internet service. Their blazing fast, high-speed, fiber-based service is a game changer. Don't settle for less. Switch to Endeavor for the winning play and connectivity. Visit WeEndeavor.com or call 1-800-922-6677. Endeavor Internet, your fiber connection, your victory. Curry made the first, and he makes the second. For a guy that had struggled early on shooting the free throws, pretty good stroke there from the line. As Monick comes out getting his first breather of the night here for North Putnam.
Yeah, that's fairly common. They'll give him a little break here in the second quarter. Won't be but for a minute or two.
Hand check foul there against North Putnam.
Maybe less than a minute or two. Here he comes back in.
Got enough to get a drink of water through the cup in the garbage can, and back to the scores table we go. Number 1 on McConnell. But you can see that running back speed there from Savini whenever he gets a sliver of space. Trying to show it off again here against Went. Turnaround hang, left or short. Went picks up the bounce, and here's Monitt with Savini defending. He trailed behind, and he beat him to the rack and drew the foul and a flex to boot here for Jace Monitt.
He's just one of the most savvy scorers I've seen this year.
First one on Savini. Monitt, 5'9" senior, shooting over 50% from the floor, almost 50% from three. His lone struggles this year is in about the 60s shooting the free throws, but hasn't had a lot of opportunities to take them. Monitt has almost matched Cascade's output by himself. Cascade currently leading Jace Monitt 15-14. High pass to Carpenter, kept that toe in the air to make sure his heel didn't come on the sideline. Contested three, Savini doesn't care, missed it. Trebley up and over the world, and he puts it in off the glass.
That is a fine athlete right there. Taylor University got a stud.
Aaron Mingo very happy, along with Josh Flannery as offensive coordinator, to get that quarterback in their system, because they've had some impressive years the last couple for the folks up there in Upland. Tonight's game also presented in part by Laurie Law. Brady Laurie has been serving the citizens of Marion, Johnson, and surrounding counties for over 25 years. If you or someone you know is in criminal trouble or has been injured, make the call to Brady for a consultation. Let Brady put his negotiating skills and courtroom experience to work for you. Call 317-250-7783 or email bradyjlaurie@gmail.com. Brady Laurie, your criminal defense and personal injury trial lawyer.
That guy, I've seen that guy before. He doesn't look old enough to practice law for 25 years. Gee.
It's because you have those boyish good looks, that rugged handsomeness.
Oh, that's it.
And your consultations and your...
Consultations are free anytime. If you mention you saw this broadcast, I promise you a free consultation.
There you go. It's on record. It's on camera. He said it. So coming out of the North Putt timeout, their lead has been trimmed to 7. McConnell trying to shake away from Trebley.
Cascade's showing us some real good on-the-ball defense. This is the hardest thing for a defender to guard the guy with the basketball, because you never know where he's going. These guys do a real nice job of beating them to the spot.
Savini able to regather and able to catch up with Monitt. Barber couldn't go up and under here on Warren. Trying again. Throws it outside to Monitt. North Putnam backing away. Trying to give Monitt plenty of space. Off balance three over Savini, does not drop, off the hands and picked up here by Carpenter.
Yeah, he forced that one a little bit. Whoops. Coach's kid got caught with a double dribble.
A tough break there for Lincoln Carpenter, the sophomore, who had 2 first-quarter fouls.
He's got to keep it together. This is still a long ball game. Had a couple fouls, got a little frustrated. 1 turnover isn't going to be the end of the world.
It's been splitting time between the varsity and the JV. Has been really lighting it up from 3-point distance in these JV games to start the year. Monnet with the old Reggie Miller cut from baseline, sideline to sideline with Savini in close chase. And now it's McConnell with the head of steam against the much taller Hart. Monnet, nice dump down, bluffing, Thurman, fouled, free throws.
Real nice pass on Monnet's part there. He really is a good passer. And I think, you know, when you get a guy that's a big-time scorer, sometimes you get some jealousy, especially at the high school level. These Cougars love that kid, regardless of how many times he shoots it and whether they're shooting it or not, because he does a great job of sharing the basketball.
Free throws for Owen Thurman. Has had a lot of work at the stripe this year. Carpenter out for Cascade. Sam Went back in here for North Putnam. Eli Horning making his first appearance tonight, the lefty junior at 6 feet tall. Coach Carpenter told us that he'd be going a little bit deeper into the bench tonight with no Williams and no Shackelford. Cascade with the rock, down by 8, just past the halfway point. As Warren turns around pleading for a foul call, and he is going to get just what he wants.
Yeah, he's a real good scorer, and at 6'4", and you can put it on the floor like that, and you've got some quicks, and you can get off the floor. He's a real nice scorer, and that's case in point right there to get him to the free throw line.
First miss from the stripe tonight. T.J. Turner Jr. back in here for Cascade, replacing Hart. Five points now for the senior Mason Warren. 7-point lead once again here for North Putnam. Savini picking up Thurman all 84 feet. Then he picks the pocket clean, and Savini home free for a right-hand layup.
That's that on-the-ball defense. Savini's one of the best at beating the offensive player to the spot where he wants to go.
You see that breakaway speed for the All-State running back. Stop and pop three. Monnet almost got a wedgie between the rim and the glass. But a nice feed down low from Went to Thurman for 2.
Yeah, you love to see that. A nice pass out of the big guy Went.
Deficit back to 7 for Cascade. And a traveling violation here against Warren as he got on 1 foot and went pogo sticking against the defense. Query back in for the Cougars, replacing Thurman. You see the ugly Christmas sweater t-shirts. That's a theme night tonight here at North Putnam. They wore them during the girls' game, and they're wearing them tonight on the bench and in the stands here for the boys' game.
'Tis the season, right?
That's
Get
right.
your ugly clothes out.
Second one against Savini, and their second leading scorer on the year has to go to the bench with 3:02 left before recess. Fourth one against Cascade here in the stands to boot. McConnell at the controls. Gives way to Barber, and now Monnet, the leading scorer in our game tonight. As Horning trying to track him down. Monnet spins, shot got blocked, but they got him with a push down low.
Yeah, I mentioned that spin move, that little pull reverse type of spin move that he does. He's real effective once he gets underneath the basket at getting fouled or getting a bucket, utilizing that.
Going against a team like Cascade that wants to get up and down. What have you thought about North Putnam as you have Thurman right back to the scores? They've been moving their guys in and out. Not a lot of breaks on the bench for those in orange.
Yeah, and these guys, I mean, they're a high-energy team. They like to get up and down, and they're playing good, hard defense down here. That's why they've got the lead.
15 for Monnet, with one more free throw to come. Now he's got a game-high 16. He'll exit briefly, coming out of the 2:48 mark, so set your stopwatch now as Thurman comes into Spelman. Monett a perfect 3 of 3 from the free throw line tonight. Here's Trebley, All-State quarterback. Finds his man there, but couldn't cash in. Was a 3 from Warren. An aggressive rebound and a hard-nosed play there from Thurman to get the tie-up as Trebley was trying to find Horning in the corner for a 3. And if you had 19 seconds on how long Monett would be on the bench of game time, congratulations, you're our big winner tonight. Backcourt pressure, Query unfazed, Thurman unabated to the rim, but was too strong. But they call a late foul as Turner Jr. went to challenge and made contact in the air with the attacking Thurman. Number 2 on TJ Turner Jr. Thurman 1 of 2 from the line tonight.
Yeah, I didn't see much there, that's for sure. A little surprised.
McConnell quickly off the North Putt bench. An inadvertent whistle did not faze Thurman.
You know, they've done a nice job at the free throw line, Rick, and that was interesting to me because the game against the Northside Lions, they were actually 7 of 18 in the fourth quarter, and that really kept Northside in the game. So I'm glad to see they've spent some time at the free throw line.
6 of 7 from the stripe here early, and another ball that bounces straight into the air for Hart that hits off the basket support. And that's both times from Hart tonight, Brady, is they've gone straight into the air, but they've gone straight into that giant seatbelt.
Well, he's got a high arcing type of shot anyway, and if it does hit that rim, he's got a pretty good chance of hitting that strap, the turnover machine.
Monett with Horning right there on his hip the whole way up the floor. Now Horning trying to cut him off on the baseline. Turn around, spinner goes for another one, and Monett putting on a show here in the first half with 18 points to lead everybody.
He is special.
2 off of the Cascade total himself. Warren chased on the three-point line, couldn't feed it into Turner Jr. Trebley calling for it. Turner Jr. couldn't get it to him. Thurman trying to stand his ground, got bullied on the way there, but didn't give up a bucket. And that really turns things up here for the crowd in orange and blue. Query, Euro around Turner, collided into him. And the whistle blows, and it'll just be out of bounds as Query came up looking, where is the foul on my end for my hard work?
That's when I think you just dust yourself off, and it could have been an offensive foul, could have been a travel, could have been anything. So just glad to get the ball back.
Savini back in here for Cascade as Trebley flies in, gets the steal, throws it up to Savini, but then his pocket got picked and saved by Query in front of his buddies in the student section. Barber angles here for North Putnam as they lead by 13 against Cascade. Open look, catch and shoot Thurman, triple doesn't drop. Turner Jr. with a contested rebound. A minute left, and it feels like the Cadets have got to get a bucket here. Trebley trying to give it to him, pivots off of 1 foot, didn't drop. Monett with the miss for North Putt. Thurman being defended by Hart. Query had to turn the corner, but he runs right into Monett. And then a defensive foul on the chuck by Toby Savini. And Cascade head coach David Carpenter is beside himself because it was Monett that ran into Query on the dribble handoff.
Yeah, I don't love that call, and Savini's trying to do the right thing. You got to try to fight through those screens, you know, ball screens and that type of thing. You want to give the defender an opportunity to at least try to slip that.
Third one on Savini, and you can see the frustration there for David Carpenter. Number 3 on his starting point guard and his second leading scorer. Remember Ryder Williams, who averages over 20 per night for Cascade, out tonight with a lower body injury. And this guy has been nothing short of phenomenal tonight for North Putnam. Jace Monett with 19 to lead the way. Trying to match Cascade's output by himself here at the stripe.
Kind of like that Rossville game we did earlier
That's
this
right.
year where Braden Thiele Hahn Scored 52.
52, and he had about 20 at halftime. So Monett taking a page out of the BTH book.
Yep, BTH. You created that nickname. I like it.
Cascade will hold for the final shot, down by a game-high 15. Trebler, the All-State quarterback for the state champ cadet football team. Turner Jr. straight away three doesn't go. It was close. It rolled away as the Cascade bench looks for a foul. That does not come. An impressive first half here for North Putnam as they try to get back to 500. Last look at the last shot there.
Yeah, that's not really Turner's avenue. He doesn't like to shoot those threes very often, but that one almost went.
Box out there from Wentz. A look at the seniors here for North Putnam. Those guys have had their fingerprints all over this one, particularly the guy on the right. 20 points for Jace Monett as he's matched the entire point total of the Cascade team by himself. 15-point North Putnam lead at the break here on ISC and Endeavor Communications.
Food, shelter, fast Wi-Fi. It's all we really need. Good thing Endeavor has the fast, reliable internet it takes to power all the Wi-Fi hungry gadgets in your home. All at once. With speeds up to 10 gig, get smooth HD streaming video, gaming, music, and surfing, all with no waiting, no buffering, no kidding. Call or click weendeavor.com and upgrade to Indiana's fastest internet today.
It's time to supercharge your internet with ridiculous speeds up to 1 gig from Endeavor. Get ready for high gear downloads that power buffer-free streaming, gaming, sharing, and surfing. And fire up all your devices at once with reliable speeds amplified by the latest Wi-Fi equipment. Get on the fast track to a powerful online experience. Contact Endeavor and supercharge your internet today.
Want lightning-fast internet speeds? Choose Endeavor. Go from slow to whoa. From last to fast. And wait to great. Endeavor Communications is bringing the fastest internet speed in Indiana to your town. So you can download huge files in a flash. Stream videos at blazing speeds. And game online faster than you thought possible. Think fast and contact Endeavor Communications today at join.weendeavor.com.
Food, shelter, fast Wi-Fi. It's all we really need. Good thing Endeavor has the fast, reliable internet it takes to power all the Wi-Fi hungry gadgets in your home. All at once. With speeds up to 10 gig, get smooth HD streaming video, gaming, music, and surfing, all with no waiting, no buffering, no kidding. Call or click weendeavor.com and upgrade to Indiana's fastest internet today.
Halftime at North Putnam High School, second game of our girls-boys basketball doubleheader. And at the break, it's North Putnam on top 35-20 here against Cascade. It was a back-and-forth opening quarter. Brady, in that first quarter, North Putnam took the lead on a three-point basket to go up 7-10, and that kickstarted an 8-0 run. They have not looked back since.
Yeah, and one of the things I think they're kind of missing, Ryder Williams was a good, solid defender. He's a goalie on the soccer team. They could use somebody to stop some of the scoring that North Putnam's been able to put on, in that, especially in that second quarter.
You mentioned the injury to Ryder Williams. Got hurt last week, played through that injury against Speedway, but the coaching staff said he does not look like himself at all, and he should be back within a week or so. They're also without Paul Shackelford, who got hurt towards the end of that win against Speedway on Wednesday. And those injuries, particularly those two guys, a lead guy in Ryder Williams, both offensively and defensively, then a bench guy that kind of does all the dirty work in Shackelford, have really played Cascade here in the first 16 minutes.
Yeah, I feel like that is quite the difference. If those two guys are here, I think we have a little bit different score here at halftime. But if they can't just put a lid on Monett, it's going to be more of the same in the second half.
You mentioned Jace Monett. He's the name of the game here in the first half. Game high 20 points, matched Cascade's point total as a team. He outscored the Cadets by himself 11-10 in that second quarter. He has been nothing short of phenomenal tonight.
He's just such a great scorer, and how can you have 20 points and feel like it was a quiet 20? He's just getting it in the flow of the offense. He's hitting three-pointers when he's got good looks. He had a couple that he rushed a little bit, but when he gets around the basket, he's so crafty. Just a nice finisher inside and a great shooter outside.
Just one made three as well for Monett in that first half of play. We'll take a break, come back, and take a look at our first half highlights at recess. North Putnam on top 35-20 here against Cascade. You're watching Indiana High School boys basketball on the ISC Sports Network, presented in part tonight by Endeavor Communications.
Food, shelter, fast Wi-Fi. It's all we really need. Good thing Endeavor has the fast, reliable internet it takes to power all the Wi-Fi hungry gadgets in your home. All at once. With speeds up to 10 gig, get smooth HD streaming video, gaming, music, and surfing, all with no waiting, no buffering, no kidding. Call or click WeEndeavor.com and upgrade to Indiana's fastest internet today.
It's time to supercharge your internet with ridiculous speeds up to 1 gig from Endeavor. Get ready for high gear downloads that power buffer-free streaming, gaming, sharing, and surfing. And fire up all your devices at once with reliable speeds amplified by the latest Wi-Fi equipment. Get on the fast track to a powerful online experience. Contact Endeavor and supercharge your internet today.
Want lightning fast internet speeds? Choose Endeavor. Go from slow to whoa. From last to fast. And wait to great. Endeavor Communications is bringing the fastest internet speed in Indiana to your town. So you can download huge files in a flash. Stream videos at blazing speeds. And game online faster than you thought possible. Think fast and contact Endeavor Communications today at join.weendeavor.com.
Food, shelter, fast Wi-Fi. It's all we really need. Good thing Endeavor has the fast, reliable internet it takes to power all the Wi-Fi hungry gadgets in your home. All at once. With speeds up to 10 gig, get smooth HD streaming video, gaming, music, and surfing, all with no waiting, no buffering, no kidding. Call or click WeEndeavor.com and upgrade to Indiana's fastest internet today.
Biggest lead of the night here for North Putnam at halftime, up by 15. Let's take a look at how we got there with our first half highlights tonight here on the ISC Sports Network. As we mentioned, back and forth, ties at 5 points, 7 points, but then 8-0 run for those guys in orange. They were feeling it early on in the first.
Yeah, Thurman with the 3 there, and I'm impressed with Brady down there, trebly, with how he can finish. He's so strong down there. And they're knocking down threes.
This is the start of that 8-0 run. First McConnell and then Monett with a triple try.
And that's the only one Monett hit, but he got lots and lots of points around the rim and at the free throw line.
Got hammered there at the take. Again, we mentioned just 2 3-point attempts. There's Trebley with the offensive rebound and elevating over everybody. And then this was a key steal for Savini. The problem, though, is he had 3 first-half fouls that limited his opportunities to get out in transition like that.
Yeah, in my opinion, that's going to be a big factor in the second half is whether he can stay out of foul trouble because he plays so aggressively.
Get a last look there at that bucket. As you mentioned, Monett with 20 points. A lot of injuries on the side for Cascade here as they play game number 4. Again, it's been a whirlwind, a lot of excitement around the Cascade program and athletics in general with the state championship in football. Their first appearance ever in the state title game a couple of weeks ago over Thanksgiving. Still trying to get some of their guys back, get their basketball legs underneath of them. But those injuries have come back to hurt them a little bit tonight. What changes would you like to see from the Cadets here at half number 2?
Well, they're going to have to continue to play the aggressive defense despite foul trouble or whatever it may be. They've just got to get in these passing lanes, try to put a lid on Monett to try to keep him from getting to the rim and getting to the free throw line. That's their best bet, is just to play a little better defense. And they're doing a nice job offensively, but they're not finishing like they should. So we'll see how that plays out here in the second half.
For North Putnam, how do you try to keep Jace Monett up there in 5th gear?
Well, he just goes. I mean, I don't think they really have to do anything. It's not as if the offense runs completely through him all the time, but he gets his points when he can. He's very opportunistic, whether it's getting to the rim, getting to the free throw line, or he's a deadly three-point shooter. So I expect to see he might put up a few more three-pointers this half.
Double figure lead for North Putnam. Second half coming up next here on the ISC Sports Network.
It's time to supercharge your internet with ridiculous speeds up to 1 gig from Endeavor. Get ready for high gear downloads that power buffer-free streaming, gaming, sharing, and surfing. And fire up all your devices at once with reliable speeds amplified by the latest Wi-Fi equipment. Get on the fast track to a powerful online experience. Contact Endeavor and supercharge your internet today.
Want lightning-fast internet speeds? Choose Endeavor. Go from slow to whoa. From last to fast. And wait to great. Endeavor Communications is bringing the fastest internet speed in Indiana to your town, so you can download huge files in a flash, stream videos at blazing speeds, and game online faster than you thought possible. Think fast and contact Endeavor Communications today at join.weendeavor.com.
Food, shelter, fast Wi-Fi. It's all we really need. Good thing Endeavor has the fast, reliable internet it takes to power all the Wi-Fi hungry gadgets in your home. All at once. With speeds up to 10 gig, get smooth HD streaming video, gaming, music, and surfing, all with no waiting, no buffering, no kidding. Call or click weendeavor.com and upgrade to Indiana's fastest internet today.
Taking a look at our scores from the first half, Cascade had Mason Warren with 5, and 8 of them for Toby Savini, 1 for TJ Turner, and 6 for Brady Trebley. We mentioned for North Putnam, 20 for Jace Monett, 4 from Owen Query, 8 of them for Owen Thurman in a surprise start tonight, and Zach McConnell with 3. As again, we weren't expecting Thurman to start, but 8 points in a starting role this evening has been really impressive for those in orange. Cascade starts with the ball. They go right to Trebley, and it's turned over on the deflection here by the North Putnam defense. North Putt, the home team, but in orange tonight. Cascade, the visitors, in white. Here's Monett, who was spectacular in the first half with 20 points. Pitches out, contested 3. Barber doesn't care, and he buried it with a hand in his face.
Great shot there, and that's all set up kind of by the attention that Monett gets.
Query with the steal. Euro past Turner Jr. for the finger roll.
Very athletic maneuver.
And in the blink of an eye, this lead has gone up to 20 in less than 45 seconds of the third. Starting 5 back on the floor for both teams here to begin the third. Turner Jr. from the corner goes in with a head of steam, lost his footing, but he was helped there with a foul from North Putnam.
Oh, that was a wicked fall he took there. Hope he didn't hit his head on the floor. Oh, he's kind of reaching for it. Maybe he did.
Third one on Owen Thurman for North Putt. Here's TJ Turner at the line, 1 of 2 in the first half.
There's some
free throw line.
Future Cougars back there trying to distract him, and they were effective.
They know what to do. Turner started last year on the baseball team as well. He's had a amazing first year and a half as a high school student athlete. And the youngsters behind him for that opportunity to lay in there.
That's the second time tonight Trebley's gone over a back and gotten a rebound. If you don't turn around and put your butt right in his gut, he can do that.
Not bad for a starting quarterback, who was also the Blake Rest Mental Attitude Award winner for the 3A state championship game about a month or so ago.
And that's all you hear is just what a great kid he is on and off the field and on and off the court.
Chase Barber took one upstairs, trying to get first his left eye, now his right eye situated. Little shoulder shake. Get your vision back, that always helps.
Get him a spot up 3 here. I'm sure he'll be just fine.
Everybody slated to one side of the floor, crowding around Monett. Now they give him a little bit of breathing room. Monett chased off the line through 3 defenders, tucks his shoulder, spun back into Savini, doesn't care, throw it in off balance. Sure, why not?
Yeah, strong.
22 for Jace Monett. Warren, 3, heaved short.
Well, and that's not necessarily what you want. You don't need them quickly, you need them effective. You need to work the ball around and get a good shot.
Barber with a crafty fake handoff. Nice down low. Thurman over. Big foul coming up for Trebley as they'll make Went earn him from the free throw line.
It's a nice job of sharing the basketball for the Cougars.
And Trebley has to be careful. Spike that ball off the floor, but with no one in the general vicinity. And you see him, he's talking with one of the officials right now as Went gets ready for the shoot free throw.
Yeah, he's lucky he caught that after he batted it off the floor. If he hadn't gotten that hand in the way, that thing goes to the roof.
This game is proudly sponsored by Endeavor Communications. Endeavor Communications doesn't just provide ordinary old internet service. Their blazing fast, high-speed, fiber-based service is a game changer. Don't settle for less. Switch to Endeavor for the winning play and connectivity. Visit WeEndeavor.com or call 1-800-922-6677. Endeavor Internet, your fiber connection, your victory. So Wentz splits the pair. And the lead is as big as it's been all night here for North Putnam, trying to get back to 500 on the year. Toby Savini on the attack and draws a two-hand touch foul on McConnell. Number 2 on him.
I got to admit, I'm a little surprised with Cascade. I mean, all the games I've watched this year, they're in every game, and I just got to think it's just the absence of Ryder Williams and Paul Shackelford really making a difference.
Third game of the week as well.
No, that's true.
And a little bit of finals action as well. Leaning in, T.J. Turner Jr. with an aggressive move, and he draws an and one opportunity.
That's good offense. If they can keep it spread like that, make nice cuts, because you know that kid can pass.
So T.J. Turner Jr. back to the line. Misses his third in a row, but an impressive one-hand rebound for Hart. Off-ball foul as Savini was looking into the paint. This one goes against Went. That's number 3 on him, and number 3 against the Cougars. Or actually number 4 against the Cougars here in the third. We have played less than 3 minutes here in the third stanza.
And Went's got to be careful. He doesn't want to pick up that fourth here in the third quarter.
Warren into traffic. Trebley had it halfway down and out. He goes up and over and ripped it away, and then Trebley thrown to the floor by McConnell after Trebley took Wentz lunch money.
1st and 10. It's getting physical out there.
Personal foul on McConnell. Cascade head coach David Carpenter, you saw him there signaling for an intentional foul. Trebley might have gotten away with a little bit of a jersey tug there, and then coming in and ripping him down to the ground was McConnell.
I think Trebley's been tackled harder, but that was a pretty good effort on McConnell's part.
I was going to say, there's been defensive ends and linebackers that have been trying to take his head off all fall. He's been used. He doesn't have as much padding as he did during the fall, but
that was another one of those where he was kind of over Wentz back, but Wentz underneath the bucket. He's not turning around and blocking him out effectively. Brady Trebley's going to jump up there and get it. He's strong and got some hops.
3 straight for Cascade from the free throw line, bring them to within 17. And a reach-in foul called here against Cascade, that one on Warren.
Can't say that I saw much there, but he's only got one, so I guess it's not a huge deal.
Barber on the baseline. Monnet open, but a beautiful read from Trebley to deflect it out of bounds.
Perfect word for it. He read that perfectly. It's funny that these out-of-bounds plays aren't all designed for Monnet. Sometimes it's the second option.
He's been held to just 2 points here in the third after putting up 20 in the first half. Also has not a lot of touches here through the half-court sets either. Here's Wentz. Looking Monnet's way, hands it off to him, sliver of space, lets it fly long, and right there to clean it up to Warren. Savini in the corner. Thought about taking Query off the dribble.
You know, it occurred to me with Savini guarding Monnet ought to think more about maybe putting it on the floor and taking it at him with his 3 fouls.
Turner Jr. picks up the dribble. Warren looking for help, but Thurman there hounding his every move. Trebley on the screen, gets it back, inside position, left hand too much. North Putnam could have pushed the issue with Trebley out of bounds. Catch and shoot 3 went, no. Halfway home here in the third. Trebley trying to go down the paint and drew the touch foul. That's number 5 on North Putnam. And so free throws for the final 3:57 of quarter 3 for Cascade.
Well, that's something they need. If they can score with the clock stop, that's really beneficial.
Foul number 2 on Owen Query. Trebly back to the line. Trebly part of this senior class that head coach David Carpenter has just heaped praise on. They came in during his second season, or freshman his second season as the head man there, and said they have been the building blocks of all of their success. And he said Trebly's been building block number 1. The Cascade bench looking for a travel on Query. North Putt has not scored in some time. Shoulder into Query right through the chest of Turner Jr. That's an offensive foul, number 3 on 10 in orange.
Yep, we talked earlier. Cascade loves to take those charges and create offensive fouls. Sure did there.
Brady Brock on for the first time, 6'2" freshman. He's shown a lot of ability in the offensive end, trying to ramp things up defensively here as the youngster.
And he's capable, a capable shooter. He hit a couple threes in the Northside game. So he's one you can't leave alone out there.
Warren with his back to the rim doesn't go. Bonnet with the defensive rebound for North Putnam. Had 20 in the first half, just 2 here in the third. Barber goes. His shot was blocked and fouled by Hart. Got more hand than ball. Tonight's game presented by Nathan Begley of Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. With a dedicated Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance agent like Nathan Begley to help you guide you through the insurance process, you'll never have to go it alone. Talk to Nathan in person, online, or over the phone at 317-507-7871. Or stop by his office at 9821 East U.S. Highway 36 in Avon. Nathan Begley and Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Let's insurance together. First trip to the line tonight for Barber. Both of them missed, and the window still open for Cascade to keep carving into the deficit. They're on a 4-0 run, but all of them have come from the free throw line. Have not gotten a field goal. Actually, neither team, Brady, has gotten a field goal in the last 2 or 3 minutes. Trebly almost picked from behind, and then Bonnet gets called for the reach-in. As you can see, Trebly trying to direct traffic there where he wanted his teammates to cut.
Go back to the free throw line for him. And Barber missed both of those, and they weren't really even close. He's had some real struggles from the free throw line this year.
Short one from Trebly. 11 points to lead the way tonight here for Cascade. If you're just joining us, the Cadets without Ryder Williams. And a lane violation there against Trebly. So he knew that one was going to be missed. He's trying to go get it, but left too early. But again, no Ryder Williams, their leading scorer on the year at over 20 points per game. Got hurt last week, tried to play through it Wednesday against Speedway. He's expected back within a week or so. And also no Paul Shackelford tonight, who got hurt late in the win against Speedway Wednesday night. And their absence has been felt big time here tonight for those in white. Barber, the 5'11" senior at the controls here for the Cougars of North Putnam. The lead has been as big as 20. Monnet cannot find it in from distance, and the only one there to rebound is Davis Hart. Still 4 unanswered here for Cascade, but neither team has scored a field goal in about 4 minutes. And Savini will have an opportunity to get more free throw work. Remember, the 5th foul against North Putnam was called at the 3:57 mark here, the 3rd.
This is where they really do need to take advantage of these free throw opportunities. Scoring with the clock stop is going to be the best way for them to climb back into this.
Savini 1 of 2 from the line, now 2 of 3. Had 3 fouls in the first half. Had to be a little bit more careful here in the third. He's up to 9 points. This is that one, Trebly.
They finally got him 1-1.
Gets called for that one there. That's number 3 on Brady Trebly.
But that was an effective block out. That's the difference. If you turn around and block him out nicely, you're going to get that foul called. If you just turn around and try to jump with him, he's going to go up and get it.
Cascade in the full court press for the first time tonight. And North Putnam's got to burn a timeout. Wise move there from the senior Jace Monnet. full timeout for the Cougars. We'll take it with them with 2:30 left to play in the third stanza. North Putt on top, 43-28, trying to find their first basket in a while here on the ISC Sports Network.
Want lightning fast internet speeds? Choose Endeavor. Go from slow to whoa. From last to fast. And wait to great. Endeavor Communications is bringing the fastest internet speed in Indiana to your town. So you can download huge files in a flash, stream videos at blazing speeds, and game online faster than you thought possible. Think fast and contact Endeavor Communications today at join.weendeavor.com.
There's two guys that are trying to mimic the cheerleaders right now. One guy, our guy on the left, said, "I'm done with these pom-poms. They're hindering me."
I thought he was just going with the 6'7" thing there.
Our guy on the right now texting his friends going, oh, now we have both of them in stereo. This is beautiful. Well done, Jason Porter and Matt Armstrong, getting our elf on the shelf in row one here in the North Putnam Student Center. I'm sure he's like, look, guys, I'm on the ISC Sports Network presented by Endeavor right now. Look, you can log on all the social media platforms and YouTube and follow along to me too.
That's good stuff. All right, Rick, let's see what happens here. Got 2.5 minutes. Somebody's got to get control of this thing. If you're Cascade, they're getting to the free throw line, not always finishing at the free throw line. Still playing that stingy defense.
Wide open was Thurman. Monnett's feed kicked out. It was a 7-2 run here for North Putnam to start this third quarter off. They went up 42-22. Since then, it's been only free throws from both teams. That field goal was by Monnet, and it came an eternity ago as he dives on the floor here, keeps possession. North Putnam in orange, Cascade defending in the road white tonight. Query off the handoff, tries to take on three guys, threw it into traffic. Turner Jr. swept it away. Diving on the floor, though, Monnet to keep it going the Cougars' way. And right before he could get the timeout, the held ball will send it back to Cascade as two cadets collapsed immediately on Monnet.
These guys are playing hard. This is just fun, good Indiana basketball.
Zach McConnell back on here for the Cougars, replacing Thurman. .6-0 run here for Cascade, but that field goal came a while ago when they were sitting on 24 points. Since then, it's been all free throws. Warren whips it back to Savini, guarded by Barber. Warren at the elbow, spins into the paint. Sang, circus shot doesn't drop. And then coming in and ripping it away was TJ Turner Jr., but he went in the face, going for the carom.
Wow, it's physical stuff here.
And then Turner Jr. got the rebound with one hand behind his head. And Warren on the floor having everybody fall on top of him.
Strong, really strong kids.
Third on TJ Turner Jr. Number 5 against the Cadets, and free throw work upcoming here for Sam Wentz, who took one right in the chicklets. Sidewinder that drops. And Turner Jr. is actually going to stay in with the 3 personal fouls. Back in Eli Horning. Home court bounce for Sam Went of the 3 points. It's a 17-point lead once again here for North Putnam. Lincoln Carpenter's return to the game as well here for Cascade. Savini, beautiful spin move, but knocked out of his hands on the way there, but they get Monnet for a reach-in foul. And that is a running back type of spin move from Savini.
Yeah, you can tell he's got some moves. Super quick first step and nice spin move.
Third on Monnet.
Yeah, it looked fairly clean, but it's almost any time you kind of move your arm or hand down, you're going to get a whistle.
As they ask Savini to tuck in his uniform.
He's got kind of a big jersey on there.
10 points now for Toby. His dad played high school basketball at Cascade and was AAU teammates of his head coach David Carpenter back in the late 90s and early 2000s. Missed on the free throw. Carpenter for a triple, long. Trying to tap it. Second time was hard after he had the initial rebound. But out of bounds and back to North Putt. Full court press here from the Cadets. They want to get up and down. Have not really been able to do that much here tonight. Monin, who lit the world on fire in the first half, has been held to just 2 points here in the second, and he stays on that as he couldn't get the turnaround. Turner Jr. pushing it forward for Cascade. Savini with a jab. They got him for a travel with Monin defending. Again, Monin had 20 points in the first half, has been held to just 2. As Cascade has done a really good job of limiting his touches here in this third quarter. Streaking forward, McConnell got behind the defense and he laid it off the rim. Neither team can get a field goal here in these last 6 minutes of the third quarter. Savini against Monin, fall away, long two, air ball, and hauled in by McConnell. Front court here to Query. Crossing over against Turner Jr. right to the rim, and there's your first field goal in some time.
What a really nice move.
8 for Owen Query. Savini might have to do it himself with 2. Fall away 3, good if it goes, and it's off the top of the backboard. We head to the fourth with North Putnam still ahead by a sizable margin, but offense was scarce late in that third quarter. 18-point lead for the Cougars as we head to the fourth here on the ISC Sports Network. Presented to you in part tonight by Endeavor Communications.
Food, shelter, fast Wi-Fi. It's all we really need. Good thing Endeavor has the fast, reliable internet it takes to power all the Wi-Fi hungry gadgets in your home. All at once. With speeds up to 10 gig, get smooth HD streaming video, gaming, music, and surfing, all with no waiting, no buffering, no kidding. Call or click WeEndeavor.com and upgrade to Indiana's fastest internet today.
47-29 the lead for those guys. North Putnam here tonight against Cascade. Rick and Brady back with you. What did you see most out of those last 6 minutes after it was a 7-2 start to the third quarter for North Putnam? Offense was clicking along like it did in the first half, and then neither team, we only had one field goal for the final 6 minutes of the third stanza.
Yeah, it turned into a free throw contest there for the most part. And, you know, with Monin scoring 20 in the first half but not doing a whole lot that third quarter, that's not uncommon for him. He's had at least in the couple games that I've watched back, he's had scoreless quarters before, but still turns out to score 36 or 28 or whatever the case may be. So I expect he'll be putting the ball in the air a little bit more this fourth quarter.
After falling behind by 20, Cascade had got the deficit down to 15. That was as close as they got in that third quarter. Again, neither team hit a field goal for the last almost 6 full minutes, except for that Query layup, who has the ball right here. It's Horning, the 5th different defender on Monin, and he carves him up for a circus layup.
That's just hard to guard. He's strong, really strong. That spin move, man, that's good offensive basketball.
Trebley spins, off balance, one hand, good for 2 more. 13 for him.
Pretty left hand there. I like that. All right, we're seeing some buckets now, Rick. That's what we came here for.
Cascade turned up the defensive pressure and a timeout here for North Putnam. 45 seconds in to our fourth quarter. This game is proudly sponsored by Endeavor Communications. Endeavor Communications doesn't just provide ordinary old internet service. Endeavor Communications, their blazing fast, high-speed, fiber-based service is a game changer. Don't settle for less. Switch to Endeavor for the winning play and connectivity. Visit WeEndeavor.com or call 1-800-922-6677. Endeavor Internet, your fiber connection, your victory.
Saw Savini checking in there, Rick. That's He got a little bit of a break there, and he really survived the third quarter without creating that fourth foul or committing that fourth foul. So what I expect to see is Cascade coming out with a real aggressive man-to-man defense to try to create those trapping opportunities, create some steals, knock the ball loose, maybe create some turnovers. But they've really got to get after it here. They're running out of time.
They're down by 18 without their leading scorer, Ryder Williams, missing his first game of the season due to injury. Also out their key bench piece in Paul Shackelford. And a traveling violation as Savini was there fighting with Went for position. You kind of hold your breath there if you're Cascade, because that was on Savini, it would have been the fourth.
Yeah, but it's that physical play of his, and that created a turnover. That's what they've got to do here this last 7 minutes.
A minute in here to the fourth. 18-point hole here for Cascade. Savini trying to go one-on-one with Monette. Turner Jr. passing up an open look at three. Warren, head fake from distance, drives, and draws a hand check foul a little over a minute into quarter number 4. And that's number 5 on Owen Thurman as his evening comes to a close. So McConnell in off the bench. 49-31, the deficit here for Cascade with the ball in white. Cutting down the lane, Savini angles it in for 2. Nicely done off the feed from Trebley. North Putnam able to break the press. Query running the controls here for those in orange. Carpenter back to his feet defending Barber. Chase with some space as he backs it out near the timeline, trying to kill some clock here. Barber asking Carpenter to dance. Query hooked by Turner Jr. Number 4 on him.
You can see that the Cougars are fine with being patient, eating some clock.
How about the ball handling there from Chase Barber, just bleeding precious seconds away for the comeback effort here for Cascade.
Yeah, he's got some handles. He does a real nice job taking care of the ball up there.
And a defensive foul on Lincoln Carpenter. He ran into Barber, who then ran into Query.
Let's take a look at this. Yeah, I could see that.
Barber did exaggerate a little bit by jumping into the unsuspecting arms of Query, who was not ready to catch him.
A little bit of acting.
And now Query dribbling some time away. Back to the point guard, Barber. Carpenter fell, might have banged knees as he's slow to get back to his feet. Turns, Barber throwing it all over the floor now. Carpenter back on the floor, slow to get back up. And a foul called on Warren.
Yeah, I feel like Lincoln Carpenter has done something. He looks injured. Must have done it. He's reaching for his left ankle there.
He is really wincing in pain, and he'll exit here for Davis Hart coming in to get him.
Cascade can't afford more injuries. It's another ankle injury, too.
Oh,
Yep,
he banged
right there.
knees, yep. Got a little bit of the ankle, too. Yep, reaching back for the ankle, takes a seat on the bench. With 5.5 to play here in the fourth. North Putt more than fine to just dribble things around the arc.
Yeah, they're pretty good at taking the air out of the ball when they want to.
Barber hip checked. If you're Cascade, you almost have to start just racking up the fouls here just to try to get the game potential, just try to get the ball back in your hands.
Yeah, we've talked about that, and with the newish rule now, the 5 fouls. Sometimes if you don't foul enough, and then it comes down to late in the game, it takes 3 or 4 fouls to get the other team to the free throw line to get you an opportunity to get the ball back. I don't like the rule myself because, I don't know, I don't deal with change well, but it seems to be working. I mean, this 5 foul thing, it's going to stick around, so I'll stop belly aching about it. But that's the biggest problem for me is late in the game, if you've played good defense and you only have 1 foul, it takes time to to commit 4 fouls to get the other team to the free throw line so that you get the opportunity to get it back.
And you see at times, too, you'll see guys that some of your better defenders, they're the ones that know we have to foul, and if they have a couple fouls already, they might foul out of the game when you might not have wanted them to, but they were like, look, we got to foul. We can't keep burning seconds away here.
Yeah.
That timeout was by Cascade. It was a 30-second stoppage. Thrown into no man's land. Trebley had it, but then poked away by McConnell nicely as Cascade finally got their hands on the ball for the first time in about a minute of game time.
The quarterback almost had an interception there.
Barber just backing away, but there's an invisible fence around the three-point arc. He tacks there, right to the rim, nobody home, throws it up wildly as he tried to draw the foul on Hart. Feels like a must-score situation here for Cascade. Trebley's three, perfect.
Well, they need more of that. They can create some more empty possessions for the Cougars. Cascade getting it going on the other end, knocking down a three. That's what they need.
Foul on Warren, his third for Cascade. That's the 5th one against the Cadets. It puts North Putnam here in the bonus for the final 3.5, or 4.5, excuse me. North Putt 10 of 11 from the line in the first half. Have not gotten a lot of free throw work here in the second. That's the first miss of the night for Query. th free throw attempt of the night. Query knocks it down. He's up to 9. They're 15 of 20 from the line. Savini, too much on it as he got right to the rim, almost unabated.
Great move. Just got to finish those.
And now Barber just dribbling time away as he crosses midcourt. Monett dives on the floor. Savini got his hands on it, then coming out of the scrum, and a desperation timeout called by North Putnam right when Sam Went got his mitts on the orange. Full timeout for the Cougars. They've got 1 stoppage left. Cascade has 4 if they so desire, but a 14-point hole. It's the closest Cascade has been since falling behind by 20 early on in this third quarter.
Yeah, it's 14 points with 4 minutes, though. That's time enough to get back into this. They just got to be super efficient. Got to get empty possessions down here on the defensive end and creative, effective possessions on the offensive end.
Cougars trying to stop a 2-game skid. They won their first game of the year, have dropped the last 2. Most recently Tuesday night at Western Boone, a 5-point setback against their Monon Athletic Conference foe. Cascade won their last time out against the Sparkplugs of Speedway in non-conference action Wednesday down there on the west side of Indianapolis, 69-62. So a key early season contest here for both teams. Now, you mentioned Cascade's been dealing with the injuries. They've also only had 10 official practices because of the success of the football team. When you have 14 football players that are making a deep run into November for a state title between both the junior varsity and varsity team, there aren't a lot of guys to have full practices with if you're on the basketball side. Yeah,
and you just hope that they get these guys healthy, you get your basketball legs back underneath you. It doesn't matter if you're playing the best basketball in November and early December. What matters is when January and February roll around.
Monett was the story of the first half, scoring 20 points, matching Cascade's total by himself. Turnaround here, left it short, and it's been hard to come by points tonight here from Monett. Trebley, rebound up the floor, 3 off the front of the rim from Hart, and a quick one and done with Monett gobbling up the rebound. Barber just running around, circling, prodding, passing.
He's done a really nice job of taking care of that basketball.
This young man has been running miles back and forth on each side of the floor. McConnell lost it, slipped, able to flip it outside to Went. They deny Barber the ball. Nice defense by Turner to wrap and throw it off the midsection of Barber as T.J. Turner Jr. made that one-handed steal with his back to the passer.
He's a tough, strong kid. But that's 3 straight possessions that North Putnam has come up empty, so it's exactly what Cascade wants. They just got to capitalize on the offensive end.
Still down by 14. Warren couldn't find an open space to cut. Contested three, Savini right down the hatch.
Yeah, that is his game. He's really good at that spot up set three-pointer.
11-point hole, the smallest it's been since early on in the third for those guys on the Cascade bench. And Savini looks up at the clock, sees it's an 11-point hole with 2:59 left. And you have a group of guys, when we talked to David Carpenter earlier today, Brady, we asked, what's it like having those football guys on your roster? And he said it is everything to have them here. They walk into every gym with their chest out. They have supreme confidence and trust in their ability, and they walk into every gym thinking and knowing that they're going to play harder than you, and thinking and knowing that they're going to win the game before it even tips off. And so down 11 with 2:59 left is not going to make those guys on your screen blink an eyelash.
No, these guys are winners, and they have played hard this entire game. Don't let the scoreboard fool you. They are going hard at all times.
You look at everything here. What have you liked most about how they've been able to bottle up Monin a lot here in the second half?
They really have. Like I mentioned, putting a lid on him. They have clamped down on him. He's not gotten anything in the way of good looks. They're just a really good, strong, athletic defensive team, and it shows that they played football, and they're very good at football and very athletic, very strong. They translate that directly into this basketball.
Just 4 points for Monin here in the second half after scoring 20 in the first. Backcourt inbound for North Putnam as Barber runs the baseline. Up to Query, and out leaking. Here is McConnell. He'll wisely back it away here for North Putt.
It was kind of fortunate for North Putnam that he didn't take that in, because there's a pretty good chance he could have gotten that blocked or missed it.
Savini, the All-State running back and starting inside linebacker, hounding Barber. Now switching his sights over to Query. No shot clock in Indiana high school basketball, so North Putnam, as they run into their own man, and Barber gives it away. Savini up to the quarterback, Trebley for two more.
There's no quitting these guys, that's for sure. They're winners.
They have got the deficit down to 9. Monin, offensive foul as Turner Jr. takes the charge on Chase Barber.
Well, we talked about that. They're so good at taking those charges, and not only was that an offensive foul, which is beneficial if you're Cascade, they were about to give up a three-pointer in that corner.
You got the steal right there. Trebley did not blink at the attempted little black magic there from McConnell. Then here you'll see the charge coming up right there. And you can see that beautiful read from T.J. Turner Jr. The second charge he's drawn down. He read that thing from about 5 feet away and stood there and knew, okay, I'm about to get run into pretty hard. As North Putnam head coach Vince Brooks not happy.
No, it takes guts to stay in there and take a shot like that.
Down 9. Savini inside the arc with 2 to play, and a good one here from North Putt. Savini contested 3. Looked for a foul, didn't come. Defensive rebound for the Cougars. Here comes Monin, lobbing it up, leaking behind everybody. Went for an easy 2.
It feels like it's been a while since we've seen a shot go in down here on our end.
100 seconds left to go here. Corner 3, Warren needs it, doesn't get it. Defensive rebound, Carpenter turns and he threw it off of the North Putt defender, but it hit Carpenter's leg as he was out of bounds.
Poor Lincoln Carpenter just had a rough night. He makes a great play, does exactly what you're supposed to do, and unfortunately bounces back onto him while he's out of bounds. Well, actually, I don't know.
It looks like it might have hit in the court, and then, hit him when he was standing out of bounds. But Savini with a pocket pick to Trebley, who bounce it back to Savini, who gets fouled on the shot attempt. That's the second time in the last couple minutes, Brady, that a double team from Cascade has come away with some thievery.
And that's their game. We talked about it in the beginning. They love to set up these little traps, and we just haven't seen much of it in quarters 2 and 3.
Third one on Barber. A couple of must-need free throws here for Toby Savini, who's 3 of 6 from the stripe tonight. $16 for Savini, 8 in each half. But has saved his best here for the fourth quarter, where he scored 6 so far. Offensive rebound, Hart out to a Carpenter. 3 off the back of the heel. Trebley saves it through everybody out to Carpenter. Incredible pass. A 3 on the way is good for Davis Hart.
Wow, what an ideal possession. You get a free throw, you miss the free throw, but you get the offensive rebound. And Trebley, what an amazing pass. Looked like he was scrambling on that one. Threw it right between defenders. Pass it around, get a good look at a three-pointer. This is a perfect situation for Cascade. Great possession for them.
First made 3 of the night for Hart. Full timeout for Cascade. And if Trebley threw that ball through a car wash, it wouldn't have had a drop of water on it.
That was pretty impressive. He is just a fine athlete.
We talked about his rebounding. He had 15 rebounds against Mooresville earlier this season, and that's a team that's got a lot more height than Cascade. And you're starting to see that winning attitude, that winning culture bleeding over from the football season here to the basketball court for these Cascade cadets.
Yeah, there's no quit in them, that's for sure. And now they've cut this thing to 7. Still got a minute to go. You're in a position where if they're trying to take the air out of the ball, you can foul them, get them to the free throw line. You got to be kind of selective on who you foul. But like I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, I've seen North Putnam go 7 for 18 from the free throw line in the second half of a game. So they're not perfect free throw shooters, so you got a chance. If you get them to the line, maybe they're going to miss 1 or 2. You get a chance to go the other way and get a bucket. That's a way to climb back in.
Full court press here from the cadets. Starting 5 on the floor for Cascade. Barber can run the baseline into Monett. Cadets were poking at it. Now Barber with the head of steam to the other end. Less than a minute to play here in the 4th. Double team coming on Query, and Savini picks his pocket. He's home free for a wide open layup. And it's a 5-point deficit here for Cascade.
Another perfect possession for Cascade. Great defense, trap, steal, layup. Okay.
McConnell draws the foul on Warren. That's his 4th. McConnell to the line. These are his first free throws tonight, but here's a look at Savini. Went right in there as Query dribbled it right into his chest.
In that first game against Northside, McConnell missed 3 out of 4 in the second half from the free throw line. So,
first free throw of the night, off target to the right. Some key missed free throws here in this 4th quarter for North Putnam. Has kept Cascade within striking distance. He missed them both. Trebley with the rebound, and here come the cadets. Up the floor to Savini, down 5. Tiptoes the baseline. Up top, TJ Turner Jr. Trebley for a 1-possession deficit. No, off the back of the rim. Offense rebound, Warren, who got fouled on the arm by Monett.
wow, what a possession there. These guys are really going after it, Rick.
4th one on North Putt. 1 more to put Cascade in the bonus. 26 7/10 here from a hotly contested Monon Athletic Conference matchup tonight. Savini, turnaround 3. No, look for the foul. Turner Jr. with the miss. Trebley tries his hand to the 3 again, and he got it. Brady Trebley with a 3, and it's a 1-possession game as Cascade trails by a deuce.
Well, you can see why. When you got a quarterback that's that kind of clutch, just awesome, just awesome.
All of Trebley's 3s have come here in the second half. He scored 15 of his team-high 21 after recess.
If you're a Cougar fan, you've got to be wondering, where's number 12? We haven't seen much out of Monett here, and they need somebody to stretch this thing out for them. With 19 seconds to go, they need a bucket or some free throws here for sure.
He's also been their best free throw shooter tonight, 5 of 5. He's the only guy that's gone to the line tonight that has not missed a free throw.
Yeah, he's a great shooter. He has had his struggles at the free throw line, but it looks like he's got those ironed out because he's shooting it very well from the free throw line tonight.
And not only has he not scored a lot, but he mentions a couple times that it felt like he's barely touched the ball at times, particularly in the 4th quarter, but in the whole second half as a whole.
Yeah, it feels like the possession for North Putnam has been dominated by Chase Barber, and that's by design. They're trying to use some clock and whatnot. how many times do we see that, though, where guys will spread it out and go 4 corners and they end up turning the ball over or not capitalizing at the free throw line, and teams climb back into games that way, and that's exactly what Cascade has been able to do here.
There's Monett on your screen at 20 in the first half quickly. How quick, if you're Cascade, do you wait to foul?
To be honest, I think you're probably going to see a trap situation, and if you get a steal out of the trap, great. If you don't, probably going to foul pretty quickly.
Barber, double team, forcing it and
jump
ripping it
ball.
away, and then taking his man down is Barber as Hart rips it away. Possession arrow going to Cascade, and an ear-to-ear grin for the young fella, Davis Hart.
And look at that. Look at the bench. You think these cadets don't love good, hard, physical basketball? That's an ideal possession for them. It's just like I was saying. Try to get the trap. If you get the steal, great. If not, it was going to be a quick foul. Better yet, got a jump ball and got the ball back on your end.
9 straight for Cascade, down by 2 with 12 seconds left. Savini spins, trying to tie it. Too strong. Put back from Warren was no good. And then a tie-up underneath the rim. It'll be a foul, and free throws here for Sam Wendt. 2 point-blank looks there for the Cadets.
Yeah, and Savini was just a little strong with that left hand, and unfortunately, when Warren comes in there, he's got an opportunity. He could actually come down with this and go back up, but it's late in the game, and you're thinking you got to get that off, and just rushed it a little bit too much.
And now here's Wendt. First free throw is perfect.
You had to have that one for sure.
And now to make it a 2-possession lead with 5.1 left. Rushed it, soaring over everyone's heart. Here comes Cascade with an opportunity to tie. Savini off balance 3 is an air ball, and North Putnam survives tonight here against Cascade, winning 53-50.
Wow, that was an escape if I ever saw one. He got it to Savini. He's a good shooter. Had fumbled it a little bit there, kind of knocked him off balance, had to shoot kind of the running 1-footer, just couldn't get it to go down.
It was a 9-0 run over the last couple of minutes of the fourth. They got Cascade back into this one. And again, down 2 men tonight. They've had just 10 practices the whole year, but you can see that never give up attitude from the football season carried over there. A tough night for that man. Not the last 2 buckets that Toby Savini wanted, but he went out on his shield tonight scoring 18 points, and he and Trebley combined to both carry Cascade to the precipice of trying to send this thing to overtime.
Yeah, what an exciting game, and there is no quit in those guys, those cadets. They are going to go hard all the time, doesn't matter what the score is. I was really impressed with their effort, especially there in the late fourth quarter. If you're North Putnam, you got away with one there. That's one that easily could have gone the other way. So, great game all the way around, though. A lot of fun.
Tonight's game has been brought to you in part by Endeavor Communications. Internet speeds up to a gig. Find out more at weendeavor.com. And Nathan Begley of Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Let's insurance together. Here's our post-game show. Take a quick look at our post-game stats. We'll start off for the victorious North Putnam Cougars. Just one man in double figures. That was Jace Monett. He had 20 of his 24 in the first half, but went really long stretches there in the second period where he barely touched the ball.
Yeah, and, he did such a nice job in that first half. And like I said, it was 20 points, but it was quiet. It was in the offense. The bad thing about it, in the second half, it almost seemed like he was not part of the offense.
On the other side for Cascade, Brady Trebley led the way with 21 points, including 15 in the second half. Toby Savini had 18, 10 after halftime, as those are the lone double-figure scores tonight for the Cadets. Special thanks to our great crew tonight, headed up by Director Charlie Hammock. Replay operator tonight was Alex Lover, and our camera operators Becca Kelly, Jason Porter, and Matt Armstrong. For our great analyst Brady Laurie, my name is Rick Johnson. Where our final score of the night, North Putnam survives, almost watching a 20-point lead evaporate as they're able to defeat Cascade tonight by 3, 53-50. You've been watching this presentation of Indiana Boys High School basketball on the ISC Sports Network, presented in part tonight by Endeavor Communications.